if you feel pretty hopeless about your situation, you're not climbing the promises of God because they're there. He says, "I start my day with hope." Are you starting?
And I think it's streaming already. Of course. All right. Welcome to Blue Collar Crypto. Look at this device. I'm actually going to utilize this when I go on my trip. I was just kind of seeing how it works while I'm on. Okay, I know it's like 8 a.m. and I'm never usually on this early, but tomorrow's the day I'm going to the Philippines for vacation and for sorry, 1 second. And to do the big JTBIT global launch. Of course, that's the big thing. Sorry, Carl's down here. Says hi to everybody from the Whale Mob. For all the listeners of Blue Collar Crypto, I got so much to go over, and I don't even know if I'll be able to cover it all, just because obviously I'm not as prepared as usually am for my live shows. Been packing and just trying to organize the upcoming conference in the Philippines. So haven't been on as much as I can. I've obviously been keeping my eye on the market. Everything's still hovering around 70,000. I have pretty big but low leverage long positions in coin margin for BTC. So I'm really far away from getting liquidated, but I still have a stop loss. Should always have a stop loss, but my take profit is open because I'm hoping to be able to. Yes, Carl. Sorry. I'm hoping to be able to ride that over the 100,000 mark. I don't know how high everyone. It's changing all the time. You know, everyone's um, emotions change your opinion on your trades, and that's not the way you have to do it. You have to set your trades up, and you do it without emotion, because usually when you're setting trades, you're looking at charts or listening to fundamentals, and you're doing it without emotion. But then once the trades get taken or picked up or set, all of a sudden the market does a little bit of the opposite that you thought it would, and you panic. Now, you got to stick to your guns, but make sure you put take profit and stop losses in. Just keeps it safe. Shout out to my RMT who just made it back safe to Canada from her vacation. They were at a wedding, her and her boyfriend. Also Whale Mob member, also, JTBIT holder. A shout out because usually she's the one that keeps me together since the stroke, even before the stroke. I've been with her for, I don't know, 8 years, 9 years. It's a long time to keep my body from falling apart. So shout out to Stephanie Samples, best RMT I know. And I've had several because I was a fighter and a bodybuilder, but that's my opinion. And you know what? She's so good that she's too booked up anyway. You can hardly see her. Oh, Steph, Laura wants one of my massages when I'm away, but only for an hour, if possible. Yeah, just trying to set up even tomorrow. So I'm flying with my mom to the Philippines tomorrow. We're doing the 2 or 3 week stint in Batanes on our island in the house, and just kind of straighten all that out. But then when I get back to the mainland, when I get back to Manila, then those 2 weeks, it's just all JTBIT and just getting down to business. Get this launch done and free all the Whale Mob people. Gosh, I can't wait to get all these videos done. I'm so excited. Like for the liquidity videos, the videos for the conference. Oh my gosh, it's so stressful, but not like not in a bad way. I'm really, really excited. I think my team is really excited, but they I think all of them except maybe Ferrer because he was there, but we're talking 15 years ago. I've never been to the Philippines, so it's going to be one thing. Like I'm nervous just to make sure the conference runs smoothly and we don't forget anything. We are flying, you know, 18 hours one direction. So if you forget something, it's going to be hard to get that. Is there Uber plane? Uber 777? Um, so yeah, just getting all of that straightened out and just communicating with the Philippines now. I mean, we've been doing that for the year, but like setting stuff up at the conference center at the Ascot hotel. But thank God I have family out there that are helping me and meeting with the people at the hotel each day. They go right there since they actually live close to where we are. Where we're staying, Makati is considered the Times Square of Manila. Um, yeah, so I'm excited. I haven't been there in a while. Last time we stayed in Alabang, we stayed in the financial district. Um, and just because we have family that lives close to there too. So we stayed there. But this time, because of the conference and just the way the trip went, we decided to stay in Makati. And yeah, we're attached to Greenbelt and Glorietta Mall, which is it's a sick mall. It's like three West Edmonton malls together. And it's not even their biggest mall. Shopping in the Philippines is really nice. And it's not even to spend money. I mean, everything is so much cheaper and it's such a weird discount and exchange for our dollar. But especially if you're doing it in crypto, your crypto.com card works in the Philippines in an ATM. It'll spit out 10,000 pesos, no problem. Um, but yeah, just the exchange is nice. And just the malls are really nice, air conditioned because you're dying of heat. It'll be 44 in the city by the time May comes around because that's the start of summer. And right now it's 35. It's not even summer there. Oh, it's going to be hot. And my air conditioning on the island doesn't get there till I think 5 days after I arrive. So whatever. I've done that. I've never had air conditioning in Batanes. I think once at my uncle's hometel, as they call it. It's a bed and breakfast. But yeah, that was like the one night. But Batanes, no. It's gonna be different to have there's an IKEA in Manila, so we are shipping like Laura filled a cart. Laura filled a cart. So there's an IKEA in the Philippines and we've already priced out the container on the ship that's gonna take it to us. But anyways, we got a brand new fridge because the fridge crapped out because we had electrical issues at the house. Got AC bought and delivered or being delivered shortly. So it should be okay. I'm excited. Um, but yeah, trying to get my mom organized too, because yeah, I just never know, This you never know how many more times she can go to visit. And other than church, it's probably the only place that she really, really feels closest to my dad is the house because they built that during their retirement. And they did it slow. And that's one thing my dad said, like they took their time 6 years to build it. And, because they were retired, so there wasn't a rush. But then my dad got sick. And then my dad's like, you just never know. So maybe sometimes taking your time, isn't always the right move, because you just never know. So, because there's times when when you're trying to work at something, when you're slacking off, in anything, in your work, in your home life, for yourself. Like if you're trying to train or lose weight or you have your own personal goal, everybody, we all get lazy. We all get complacent. It's hard to just keep the pedal to the metal the whole time, but that's how it goes. All right. I'm blabbing a little too much. Jay, oh, here we go. Look at Jay. Jay's on it. I have like 2 days worth of stuff, Jay. So let's go through it. All right, what is the crypto news for us? And again, every time I look through these, I always want to make sure it's something that that will be for the blue collar listeners, because I'm not going to talk about assets that you don't know of, or macro macro environment that you don't even understand. Like some of you have, done the course quicklearncrypto.com. So I can talk about macro environment or CPI or, decisions that the Fed are making. But if you haven't, then it's tough. And I get that. That's why we developed the course in the first place. When we first started getting into crypto and did all the trading courses, we didn't know what half the terminology was, so we had to Google and find out what they mean. So that's why when we did our course, we wanted to make sure everybody would understand it immediately, be able to, trade and hold assets and start making money immediately. So definitely log on. It's quicklearncrypto.com. Again, free for 30 days. I think till I get back. So probably I get back in the middle of May, and when I get back, then we'll just put it back to. I'll get Sunny to put it back to free for 7. So you got about a month to get onto quicklearncrypto.com to get it free for a month. And I'm telling you, if you read through it and understand it, like you can read through. How many of us read through things and we still don't understand it? Yeah, we do that all the time. Well, when it came to crypto, I'd read a paragraph or two and then I'd reflect on it and then I'd go back. Like I was literally taking it that way. We tried to create the course that you wouldn't have to do that. But I mean, a lot of us try to buckle down and read something and our mind goes, there. What's this? When is that bill coming out? And what are we making for dinner tonight? And what time do the kids need to get picked up at Taekwondo? Or like your mind just, and you're trying to, okay, this is a candle, you know. Kind of reminds me of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when I kept reading that first line. Welcome to the wonderful world of biology or chemistry or whatever it was. Anyways, I'm old. Probably nobody remembers that episode. Okay, let's look. Okay, before even looking at the news, you saw what happened. I did predict. I told you that I saw my own type of divergence, which is when the price goes up but the volume comes down. It's not enough volume in the asset to hold the price action that's currently going on. So that's what I see anytime I see the opposite happening from volume to the asset price. And then what happened? The news came in and inflation is higher than actually predicted, which hasn't happened in a while. And it just shows you that we've had increasing inflation again for the last couple of months. So that kind of made the market take a dump because people were expecting some easing, the Fed were going to, start easing off on the interest rates to, create more money in the market. But yeah, it didn't happen that way. So that's why the market bled red. That's what they mean when they say blood in the streets, when all the assets, stocks, everything just kind of takes a shit. And then where does that money go? That's the thing, is you have to understand money flow. Well, where does it go then? Well, then it all goes into cash. So it all goes into either safer holding areas, or what do I call those? Like sometimes they'll take their assets out of, or money out of assets that are volatile, like crypto when the market dumps, and they move it back into something that will give them like their 3 to 5%. So at least the money is making something. And then once they see some action in the stock market, somewhere like in crypto, wherever, then they move their money out of the safe hedge into the high risk but high return hedge. So, and that's how the money moves. So you always just got to kind of follow the money. And in crypto, you just kind of watch the stable coins, and the US dollar, the Dixie. Sometimes when you're tracking assets, you can't follow them directly. Sometimes it's important to follow the things around to understand what's happening with the asset you hold. Sorry, I was just checking to see if Carl was still with me. I guess he's not. Did he leave me? Nope. No dogs underneath me. All right, so that's why if you're trading or if you're just randomly you're not a crazy crypto trader or follower, but you do open your crypto app every now and then, and if you saw that your assets took a dump or you saw that BTC took a dump, that's why. It was the CPI numbers. All right. All right, Jay, what do we have here? This popular altcoin skyrocket 70%. Now, it's like a lot of meme coin news. ETH rallies to 3.6K as Bitcoin holds steady at 71. Those are, and those are those are the number one and number two assets in the crypto space. So they hold the most liquidity. So that's why those are the safest hedges in crypto to trade into. So a lot of times, like even in the bear market, instead of just going into cash, so a lot of times people will just go into BTC. Yeah, it's going to be volatile, but it's still the apex asset. So you'll see on apps like ShakePay, it's a Canadian app, and you're able to sell your crypto off. So let's say you have $1,000, you can sell $1,000 of your crypto in this app, and then you can send $1,000 and e-transfer it to your Canadian bank account. So, because everyone that's new to crypto or doesn't understand crypto or is just listening for the first time or whatever, it's the exit strategy they're scared of. They don't know that you can just e-transfer yourself your crypto, like cash your crypto on an app and then e-transfer yourself to pay your bills, your rent, your mortgage, your whatever, car payment, like that. Yeah. People don't know that there's such thing as a crypto.com Visa. Like if you watch UFC or if you used to or know of the Staples Center, it's now called the crypto.com Arena. Crypto.com is everywhere. That logo is everywhere in UFC. So if you're not watching UFC or don't know UFC and you don't know crypto.com, well, that's another exit strategy. Crypto.com has a Visa, and wherever Visa is accepted, this card is accepted. So again, you have crypto assets, you sell them inside the app, and then you load your Visa. And then you get a physical Visa, or you can just load your Visa number onto your phone and just tap your phone like you do your other centralized cards. And yeah, you can load it up and then you can tap your Visa. And there's another exit strategy. And I mentioned earlier that that same Visa can be used internationally because we used them in the Philippines before, move BTC or whatever onto the card, put the card into the ATM in the Philippines, and it spat out pesos, no problem. And that was at the mall. So same in Mexico, we've used the crypto.com Visa at the resort. Like when you need to put a credit card on hold or you want to pay for stuff there, it has the tap, so you tap. That's it. It's that easy. And then the other way, when you guys are there's two more ways I should talk about. The other way is sorry, my mind's racing because of the second way is so cool. Okay, wait. Visa, e-transfer. Oh my gosh, brain farting. Okay, well, I'll tell you the cool one is OTC. So a lot of people don't know. I just remembered. Okay, a lot of people don't know that global exchanges. Like I just went to one to buy some Philippine pesos before I went. So there's a lot of places like that in Toronto that are actually crypto friendly as well. It's a medium of exchange. So they can actually take cash and then for 2%, they'll give it back. They'll give you it in crypto. And sometimes it's just three major cryptos that they deal with, but you can then take it. So for me, I needed to pay stuff in the Philippines, like let's say the fridge. The fridge went down due to electrical issues we had at the house. So I had to buy a new fridge. How do you send money over to the Philippines? You can't Western Union and do all that stuff. And you know how weird it is when you try to move or spend your own money and then banks are calling and asking who it's going to or what is it for? Like, what the fuck is that any of your business where I spend my money? And Why is it if why can't I buy a vacation for my family and you have to flag it because the purchase is too high? Like that's why crypto is around, because of that bullshit. You shouldn't have to worry about any of that. Anyways, though, yeah. So OTC, you can actually take. So I've taken cash, brought it there. So let's just say $5,000. So I bring $5,000 cash, gets done. He says, how do you want it? I tell him I want it in USDT. He sends me over $100 test. And then I look at my wallet. Yep, I received it. And then he sends me the rest. And then from there, I can send that to the Philippines. No problem. Like that's how well crypto, you don't need to be banked in order to trade, spend, and utilize crypto. A lot of crypto is for the unbanked. We live in North America, so you guys don't think of people that are unbanked. But I go to the Philippines every year. I have relatives in the Philippines that are unbanked. Nobody trusts their bank or trusts it to know that if they need to take the money out, they'll give it to them. There might be some centralized reason on why not. So the one good thing about the Philippine peso is that they haven't printed money in 25 years. So I'm just telling you, if something takes a shit in North American dollar and it collapses, that is definitely one to hedge to. I actually found that out by one of our friends that manages a portfolio for one of the elites in Europe. He's probably listening right now and going, shut your fucking mouth. But Philippines hasn't printed money in 25 years. So if there's a currency other than crypto that you want to get, or a place that you want to live if things get weird in North America, because use a VPN and then look for news. You need a VPN. If you're in crypto, you need a VPN just to be safe. So your money is safe. So your IP address, what's a VPN? It's something that helps try and keep you untraceable by moving your IP address around or even making the location in a different country. Because sometimes we use crypto apps that aren't allowed in certain countries. So then you change your VPN to show a different country, and then you're able to use the app. Canadians that might want to see US Netflix, just use a VPN. A lot of them are free for a while before you have to commit, and it's not that expensive. It's like $150 for a year. Believe me, especially if you're in the Philippines and you want to use Shake Pay to load your Canadian bank account in order to pay your bills, you need a VPN. Because your phone can't have an IP address coming from the Philippines. It has to have one from Canada, correct? Or you can't use a Canadian app. All right. What's the other way? The last way was being able to use crypto to get, because everyone's like, well, how do you buy a house? And it's just so funny. Like, read the Dan course, follow the Dan channel. Yeah, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. I don't even know. Let's check. Let's actually take the live check. Oh, look at that. There's actually, it's early. No one's used to it. And there's actually 6 people watching. Good for you. Good for you. Thank you, 6 people watching. It's probably like Whale Mob. Who's Whale Mob? Whale Mob are people that got onto the course, got into the Secret Crypto Playbook, then started following us and trading futures with us. And then all of a sudden, JTBIT fell in our lap. And we created a Canadian, well, no, I wouldn't say just Canadian because there are people from other countries on that team, but just a group that helps each other out when it comes to crypto. And honestly, it's been a year, so everyone's been so close now that they help out each other and everything. So because we always talk about everyone is great at something, everyone in the Whale Mob tries to contribute their own greatness to the group. So it's been awesome. We really like it. And though that's the crew that I'm so focused to free. Like if there's anything that keeps me up at night, it's the Whale Mob in a good way. That's not negative. I'm part of the whale mob, we're all whale mob together, so I leave tomorrow and we're gonna finalize this thing. I can't wait. I can't wait to do the videos. Ah, it's exciting times. All right. I'm going to actually I'm gonna record this part because I want to utilize this for a video later to push the JTBIT conference. All right, let's do a take. Let's do a take. This is usually what I do. If I put usually if you see in the bloopers, or I don't know, sometimes I leave them in, I don't care. But if you see me do this over my camera, when I'm editing and I do that, I know it's a cut. Like if I fuck something up, like I might like in a second, I'll do this as all right, as a take. So when I fast forward on my video when I'm editing and all of a sudden I see a hand go by, I'm like, there it is. And then I can cut it out. Whatever. I don't know if it's probably a Gen X Filipino move to do, but works for me. Anyways, all right, let's try to do this. All right. See, so now you guys are gonna see live how I work my shit in front of my desk when I record edited videos, I guess you could say. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to Blue Collar Crypto. Have you heard on May 6th and 7th, our crew will be at the Philip. See, I screwed that one up, and then I'll do this because I'm recording this so I can use the cut later. It's just funny that you're gonna be able to see the good cut and be like, man, I saw him fuck that up so many times. All right, try it one more time. Hey guys, welcome to Blue Collar Crypto. On May 6th and 7th, we'll be at the Ascot Hotel in Makati, Philippines, launching JTBIT finally. So please come, please check it out. And if you can't make it to the Philippines, then definitely log on because we'll be live. All right, Crypto G, Blue Collar Crypto. We'll see you in the Philippines. See, that's how I run that shit. All right, I'll use that later. I'll cut it later. All right, back to the news. Solana meme coin pump. Yeah, there's so many meme coins Solana's rocking. Solana has the highest transaction rate right now, like out of everybody. Like I think I saw a graph that showed Solana and then showed all the other ecosystems that are similar or competitors to Solana, and Solana's transaction totals were higher than all the rest combined. Wow, I had a hard time spitting that out. But yeah, that's how bullish I've always been on Solana since last bull run. South Korea, no, it's just talking about the election. And of course, the election always has something to do. All elections, like look at the election coming up in the States. That's going to be huge. Like you're going to see quantitative easing or money being put into the system during the election. Like that's when the weird things happen. Didn't it happen here? Like how come if you're in Canada and you lived here through the COVID bullshit? Remember when COVID was near the end? It was because of the election. All of a sudden, everything stopped, and Doug Ford and everyone were just, yeah. You remember that? And then they do everything in your favor because it's like, oh, elect me because now I just opened the whole world up for you. Yeah. Anyways, it's exactly what's happening here. Oh, here's something. I might even share my screen for this because I just brought these, I just packed these books. Sorry, I'm gonna share my screen. Something's happening with my mouse. It's going all over the place. All right, move my face on this screen. Move this to this screen. You see, Sunny or whoever, if I had somebody, 7 people watching, someone woke up. Yeah, if I had Sunny or somebody, then it'd be easier for me to maneuver through these things and share them. But that will come with time. When you mean time, you mean funds. So maybe a month, then I'll have like I'll have a producer and things flying up and my uh graphics being immersed professionally. All right. How do I share this? Okay, wait, what does it say? So, Robert Kiyosaki, remember that's the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. I just sent a bunch of my book selection that I have for the trip. I just sent it to some of our shareholders and team, and two of his books were in there. So that goes to show you, where Blue Collar Crypto thinks of Robert Kiyosaki. So what is he saying here? It says that the American author and financial educator has voiced his agreement with a 2.3 million per Bitcoin prediction that Kathy Woods, she's the manager of ARK Investment, made earlier this year. Wow. According to his tweet, Kiyosaki believes Woods' prediction because he trusts her opinion. She is smart, and BTC has the potential to become worth that amount under the right circumstances. Yeah, so obviously it's not going to be overnight, but she just explains the allocation. So if 1% is allocated from the 250 trillion global investment asset base, and that would push BTC to 120,000. Now, with a 4.8 average from 2015 to 2023, that would have placed BTC at 550, while at 19.4 allocation, it'll be 2.3 million. Wow. So it's not going to happen overnight, obviously. It's like they're talking about, I don't know, let's say 2035. Anyways. Oh, I did that. I didn't even have to share my screen. See, I didn't need any producer with me. But yeah, Robert Kiyosaki agrees with Kathy Wood on the $2.3 million Bitcoin prediction. Could you imagine? I was telling you guys to all buy BTC when it was 16,000. 16,000. That was just last year. And no one was watching our channel. We didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. I think Laura was the only one watching. I'm like, fuck, I have to watch this shit. But seriously, 16,000 and everybody, oh, what are you going to do? Is Bitcoin's going to a zero. Idiots. Fucking idiots. That's what poor people say. People that don't know. Like Google the highest performing asset in the last 15 years. What is it? What's the apex asset? What's a scarce asset? Because gold isn't a scarce asset. Gold's a great hedge to inflation. I'm not saying that. Gold is great. We're going to have gold in our portfolio once everything launches, of course. But is gold a better asset when it comes to performance than BTC, than Bitcoin? It's not. It's not. And this is just a start. Even the people listening or people on our channel, people in crypto, you think crypto is adopted. It's not. It's just getting easier, obviously, because things are getting invented to help us utilize crypto as actual currency where we are. But, buying and holding crypto is how you make your money. Yes, you have expenses to pay, and, sometimes you get out of assets because the idea of the project changes, it's not something that is going to change the world anymore. Or, maybe the project just doesn't, it's not, they're doing something that you don't agree with, or it's, it's not, I see, that's why I want you to read the white papers, because when you read the white paper and your project says it's going to do this for society, and then all of a sudden you see in the news that they got caught doing something that they said that they preach that they were against, then yeah, then it's time to sell out of that. It's not because, the asset goes down, because when Solana went down, I didn't sell. I held, and knowing that what was going to happen to it now, I actually bought more to then keep my average lower, because I did buy Solana really high last bull run, but then my purchases in the bear market just brought that average right down. And that's why DCA is the smartest thing to do. Dollar cost average, no matter what price the asset you choose is, you commit to buying $50 every 2 weeks, $50 a week, $100, whatever you can afford, and you never get a loan to invest, and you don't invest money that you can't afford to lose. You don't invest your rent hoping that if you put 10x leverage, that next week it'll triple and then you could pay your rent and more. No, pay your rent. And you have savings, $50, whatever, every paycheck, use that. Put that on top. And then as the asset rises, then you have, and you learn more on quicklearncrypto.com, free for 30 days. Then you can utilize that and put that in a futures trade if you want. That's how I did it. Have a couple winning spot trades and then a low leverage futures trade. And then I was on my way. And then I just separated things, put it back to 33% in your hodl, 33% in cash, 33% in your spot position. So, or just trading positions. And you just keep working that 33%, no matter if it's $100 or $1,000. You just keep splitting it. You hold some, you put some away for dips, and you trade some. 33%. All right. I think that's it. I'm going to pack all my stuff now. Because I'm going to take all this down. I'm not taking everything with me, obviously, but I am going to do the show from the Philippines, and obviously we have our big conference there, so all my equipment's got to come. So this is the last time I'll be on. I'll see you guys at the airport. Oh, you saw that thing I was wearing? Man, this makes it so much easier when you want to film. So if you're walking through or you're filming, then your phone can just be on here. I can turn it either way, but at least my hands are free. So if I'm going to, want to show you guys, and just walk, my hands are free. I can carry stuff like to the beach in front of our house. I just want to show you guys. So at least I have this and I can adjust it and then, edit the video after. Yeah, that's an Instagram purchase. It's like I thought of it. Oh, it'd be cool if I had a way to hold my phone while I was on the plane or while I was on the island. And then lo and behold, next commercial on my phone. Because my phone's always listening. Scary. You're in a VPN for that. All right. Okay, blue collar people. Watch your trades. If you haven't bought, it's still red. It's still okay to buy, especially altcoins. It's your last chance to buy JTBIT. Like a lot of people are going to buy JTBIT when it hits $1, and then knowing that it's going to go to $10. It's the casino. Well, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and our token is even getting approved for some areas in the Philippines as legal tender. So, this shit is gonna fly. Okay, so last chance if you want it at the low rate it is now. And but other than that, watch how people start buying it when it hits $1, and that's when most of us are going to be exiting. That's what an ICO is, or IPO in stocks. That's what getting in early on something is like. That one thing, and you always hear, and they got into this, and everyone thought it was a scam, and then all of a sudden they're living a different life. You never see them again. Yeah, this is that moment. All right, guys. Blue collar crypto. It's Crypto G. I'll see you soon. I'll see you in a month, Canada, and I will see you guys in the Philippines. All right. Take care.